Hey, what's up guys, it's Hi, and today we'll be talking about how the Brooklyn Nets could have potentially been one of the top dogs in the East for years to come if they had changed a few of their past moves. They could have had the core of Damian Lillard, Draymond Green, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Colin Sexton if they hadn't made some of the horrendous trades they had made in the past few years. Starting off in 2011, the then New Jersey Nets traded Troy Murphy and the second-round pick in the 2012 draft to the Warriors for Brandon Wright and Dan Gadzurich, who, by the way, both move on from the Nets after that 2010-11 season. The Warriors used that second-round pick to draft the 2016-2017 Defensive Player of the Year, Draymond Green, and multiple-time All-Star. The following year, in 2012, the Nets acquired Gerald Wallace from the Portland Trail Blazers for Mehmet Okur and Sean Williams, and an unprotected 2012 first-round draft pick. The first-round draft pick turned out to be All-NBA First Team and 3-time All-Star Damian Lillard. Although the Boston trade was ridiculous, this should definitely not be overlooked as one of the worst mistakes the Nets will ever make as an organization. Now, in 2013, the year after that, the Nets made probably the worst deal in modern NBA history when they traded for Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Jason Terry. In return, the Nets sent the Celtics Gerald Wallace, Chris Humphries, Chris Joseph, Marshawn Brooks, and Keith Bogans. While those players seemed like a relatively fair deal for Garnett, who was 37, and Pierce, who was 36, Brooklyn also gave Boston 3 first-round draft picks, unprotected, 2014, 2016, and 2018, as well as the right to swap first-rounders in 2017. So essentially, the Brooklyn Nets took 3 players who were out of their primes, who were all at least 36 years of age, instead of 4 first-round draft picks. The 2014 first-round draft pick turned out to be James Young, who is currently in the G League and didn't have quite the good career in the NBA, only averaging 2.3 points per game and 1 rebound per game on his career. But the 2016 first-round draft pick turned out to be Jaylen Brown, who has shown signs of becoming a great player in this league. Last season, he averaged about 15 points and 5 rebounds and was a key contributor to their playoff success this past season, and is only 21 years old. The 2017 first-round draft pick turned out to be Jason Tatum, and he is really showing signs of becoming something special. He averaged about 14 and 5 last season as a 19-year-old rookie, and also was a key contributor to their near-finals berth. He showed that he can be a leader and showed that he wasn't afraid of the big stage in the playoffs when he went toe-to-toe with LeBron James and gave him a pretty tough matchup. Tatum looks like he is only going up. The 2018 first-round draft pick turned out to be Colin Sexton, the star point guard from Alabama. Although he hasn't played any NBA games yet, he is a very talented scorer and gritty defender who plays with his heart on his sleeve always, and was a great player at Alabama, averaging just under 19, 4, and 4 as a freshman. So let's put all of this together and compare what could be the Brooklyn Nets starting lineup if they had faith in their draft picks versus their actual starting 5 from last season. At point guard, they could have Damian Lillard, who was on the first team All-NBA last season and also was an All-Star. At shooting guard, they could have Colin Sexton, who averaged about 19, 4, and 4 for Alabama last season. At small forward, they could have Jaylen Brown, the young stud who averaged about 15 points and 5 rebounds in 2017-2018. At power forward, they could have Jason Tatum, who averaged 14 points and 5 rebounds in the 2017-2018 season and finished 3rd place in Rookie of the Year voting. At center, they could have Draymond Green, who averaged 11 points, 7.6 rebounds, 7.3 assists per game in 2017-2018. and was an All-Star and the 2016-2017 Defensive Player of the Year. And now the actual starting 5 they had last year, before injuries hit, was D'Angelo Russell, Allen Crabbe, DeMarre Carroll, Rondae Hollis-Jefferson, and Jared Allen. Although a lot of things would have had to go differently for this to happen, and if the Nets didn't make these trades, they may not have selected the same guys, it's still crazy to think what the Brooklyn Nets could potentially be if they had held on to their draft pick. If you made it this far, drop a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.